Hi, you guys. Welcome to my live stream love reading. This is the Dream Medium. I do hope that all of you have been doing well. Okay, so people are on. Hi, you guys. Thanks so much for tuning into my live. Hi, Christine. Hi, Lady Vaughn. Hi, Stacy. How have you guys been? I hope all of you guys have been well and hopefully staying safe. Alvita, hi, how are you? Hi, Annette. So you guys, this is a live stream love related reading. It is $20 for a general love reading where I'm going to look into your love life and tell you what you need to know and what's going on. MC Ash, hi, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. Or it's $30 and you can ask me a specific love related question. These readings are detailed. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not just going to give you one sentence. I'm going to give you a full reading. All right, let's see who is on the list. Okay, so Christine, what is your specific question? Hi, Shani. Thank you. Thank you so much. Gray Goose. Aw, thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. Hi, Binky. How are you? I want to know what I'm going to expect when it comes to love this summer. Okay, so what is Christine's love life? Can you guys hear me all right? Is the volume good? What will Christine's love life be like this summer? Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Swords, and the 8 of Wands. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I already see what's going to happen. It's like it's going to be a bittersweet moment for you this summer. Because with the Wheel of Fortune, I see you closing a cycle I see you closing a cycle with someone. I'm going to be honest with you. I do see, disappointment. But it's interesting because I see you being the one to walk away from a particular person. In clarity of the Wheel of Fortune, this is where the bittersweet comes in, because as disappointing as it will be, once you close that karmic cycle, the Ace of Pentacles is saying you're walking into a new beginning. So to be honest, it's almost like it was necessary for you to end or leave this specific person in order for someone better to come in. It's literally like right when I pulled out the Wheel of Fortune, I saw what was going to happen. And then when I saw the Ten of Swords, I was like, bingo, that's confirmation. You're going to be saying goodbye to someone. And I see you being disappointed, but like I keep on saying, you're going to be initiating this goodbye. So as upsetting or disappointed as you're going to be, you will feel like it's necessary for you to do so. And let me tell you, once you do it, the Ace of Pentacles is saying literally right when you leave that person or say goodbye to them, this toxic cycle, karmic cycle will end, and that's when a new beginning will start. You're definitely going to be walking into a new phase in your life. In clarity of the Wheel of Fortune, you do have the Seven of Swords. I do want to look into the Seven of Swords because oftentimes I don't really get a good feeling. Let's see. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. Here's the thing though, whoever it is that you're going to be saying goodbye to, I don't even think you should hurt your head over it. I don't think, don't feel bad, because look, right when you do it, they're going to continue into their next connection, hurting the next person. The Six of Pentacles represents an imbalance, or it's saying balance needs to be restored in this situation. I actually feel like this person, whoever it is that you're going to be saying goodbye to, they deserve it. They're very smirk. They're very, very smirk. And I feel like you are a very caring person, because it's going to hurt you having to say goodbye to them. And you're going to feel really guilty, but you don't understand this person. It's not going to affect them at all. They're just going to move on to the next person and do the same BS. Purify this. Ooh, what is this? High Priestess. So with the Ten of Swords, I see the Ten of Swords as the ultimate betrayal. And so in clarity of the Ten of Swords, you do have the King of Wands. Do you have an idea of who this person is? Because give me a second, let me look more into their life. Wait. You're dealing with two people. Hi, manifesting love. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. Hold on, Christine. There's another person that I'm picking up on. This King of Wands. Okay, there's another person here who is very different from the first person that I was telling you about. They, oh my goodness, they are really, really into you, but for some reason they're going to be feeling very hurt around this time. And it's most likely because, this is them feeling betrayed by you, because they feel like you are focused on another person. But little do they know that you're going to be closing a cycle with that other person that they're kind of jealous of. Wait a second. perhaps the fact that the high priestess and the judgment is here is saying that once you close this cycle with them, with this first person that we were talking about, you're going to choose this King of Wands. The thing with the King of Wands is he does have a big offer for you, but I feel like he's kind of frustrated because he feels like you haven't been focused on him only. Okay, it all makes sense now. Didn't I just say once you leave this person, a new beginning is going to start? And I literally just said that once you say goodbye to that first person, you will, with the judgment, you're gonna make a decision and you're gonna choose this King of Wands. But the King of Wands doesn't know that, because the King of Wands has been sitting back, keeping tabs on you, jumping to conclusions, being hurt, thinking that you are more focused on this person, this first person. Little do they know that you're going to be ending a cycle with the very person. Does that make sense? I'm sorry. You said you're single, but I have my eye on a past love and I let go of the toxic ex. King of Wands, I'm not picking up on anything bad from them. Let's see, tell me about the King of Wands. Yeah. Let's just say this King of Wands is so in love with you to the point where I feel like they need to learn how to control their emotions when it comes to you. They are a little too passionate when it comes to you and they get very jealous, but they don't realize that what they are jumping to conclusions about isn't even what's happening. There's a lot of men. Ooh, Christine has options. I said it in my head, but I asked who this Ten of Cups is, not Ten of Cups, who this King of Wands is, and the Ten of Cups came out. So this is a person that you will actually end up with. This is like, I always say the Ten of Cups is settling down with a person. Like this is like marriage, raising your children. Yeah, I feel like the two of you are going to get married. They've probably talked to you about marriage before. Eight of Wands, clarify the Eight of Wands. Let's see. Ace of Wands. Temperance. The thing that you need to know about the King of Wands is they have not let go of you. Like I feel like this person really keeps tabs on you. So with the Eight of Wands here, like I said in the beginning, you're going to be saying goodbye to someone. You're going to be completely officially letting go of a specific person. And in clarity of the Eight of Wands, you have the Ace of Wands. But here's the thing. I feel like because the Three of Swords is heartbreak, and a lot of times the Three of Swords is like heartbreak that stems from a third party situation. I'm not saying that you cause a third party situation, but I feel like this summer, the reason why you're going to end it with them is because they're going to try to put you in a third party situation. Yeah, you're going to end up leaving this person because there's a lack of harmony. I feel like this is you feeling as if the connection isn't balanced, like you feeling like you have more feelings for them than they do for you. But you know who this King of Wands is. This King of Wands is not anybody who's new, because he is way too like on you. You know, he's way too passionate for you. I feel like you have history with this person, and that's why they're so passionate for you. So a lot's gonna happen. A lot's gonna happen this summer. You're gonna be closing a cycle with someone who's very toxic because it's a karmic cycle. I feel like you're gonna find out something about them. Because when I looked at the Wheel of Fortune, I did see you, I don't want to say in an argument with them, but I did see you there was like, how do I say it? Not confrontation, but like I saw you in a discussion with another person and there was tension. There wasn't yelling, there wasn't screaming, none of that, no fighting, but I just saw you, it was like an intense moment. But yeah, this King of Wands, you know who they are. The Ten of Cups is saying that the two of you have the potential to settle down and have a family and marriage and all that good stuff. Yeah, you said he's so toxic. I know it's him I'm letting go of. Okay, Stacy. You're welcome, Christine. Thank you so much for your support. Woo, okay. If you guys want a reading, definitely get a reading now because the list is getting pretty long. So, Stacy, what is your specific question? Yeah, Shannon, I did get it. Thank you so much. Let me make a quick list so that you guys will know. Sure. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I accidentally swiped the page on my laptop. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. List. Stacy. Sherry. Shannon. Let's see. Shannon. Rita. Okay, so that's the list. What are Tom's intentions towards me? What are Tom's intentions for Stacy? That's an excellent question. What are Tom's intentions towards Stacy? Tom's intentions for Stacy. Nine of Pentacles, Page of Wands, King of Pentacles. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Clarify Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Okay, let's see. You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing that Tom is ready to take a big step in this connection. Um, just give me a second. Let me pick up more on these cards. He's ready for the connection to progress into something more, is what I'm hearing. Death. King of Cups. But okay, here's the thing, right? You have someone who is really wanting a partnership with you, but for some reason, Tom feels like you would not be ready for the same thing. Like he feels like right now you're not ready for what he's wanting, or you don't want what he wants. He feels like the two of you are not on the same page. Tom feels like he has pretty much accomplished the majority of the things that he wants, and so now he's ready to settle down. But there's like a fear here that what if you're not ready for that, or that's not what you want right now. He is feeling quite discouraged, but like with the Nine of Pentacles, this is someone who's very abundant. He could be financially abundant. I'm not saying he has to be rich, but this is someone who lives a comfortable lifestyle. And he's right at this point. He feels like, well, you know, I've accomplished so much. I'm just waiting for that person to come in and, you know, so I can share my abundance with them. But like the Death card is just telling me that he's been feeling quite discouraged recently. And he's almost feeling as if, what if all my hard work and investments in this connection went to, you know, was for nothing? Then you have the King of Cups. You got to be careful. You got to be careful, Stacy, because this man really wants to give you the world. He wants to share his life with you. He wants you to have a major role. But he's so anxious to settle down that if you're not ready, he might just look towards, you know, he might just move away from this in order to find someone who is ready. He really wants to give you a lot. In clarity of the Nine of Pentacles, you do have the Six of Swords. This could be what is sort of holding you back or making you kind of cautious. I feel like the two of you feel the same way about each other. I just feel like the two of you have a different approach. I feel like you being the Queen of Cups, you may just be wanting to take a slower approach, considering that the two of you do have quite a heavy past. The Six of Swords is a warning message. It's saying these are two people wanting to continue their connection, but the damage has been done and their past is quite heavy. And so if they want to continue their connection, they're going to have to make drastic changes. Both partners have to make drastic changes in order to heal. You know, see these six swords as pain. These six swords sticking through the boat. See it as pain that stemmed from betrayal, insecurities, you know, heartbreak. Maybe that's what you felt in the past, and that's why you're a little bit more cautious than he is. But to simply put it, the Six of Swords is saying it is possible for the two of you to continue this connection, but drastic changes needs to be made. Let's see, Page of Wands. The Lovers. The Lovers represents a soulmate connection. Nine of Cups. I feel like, I don't know if it's that you're having cold feet, but I feel like you've kind of been blocking him from fully communicating what he wants from you. Like, is there like a fear? You know what this man wants from you. You know he has feelings, but I feel like you've been kind of pushing him away. Maybe you're not ready for him to communicate how he feels for you and what he wants from you. In clarity of the Page of Wands, you do have the Lovers. So he recognizes that you are his soulmate. There are many kinds of soulmates, by the way. Just because someone is your soulmate, it doesn't automatically mean that this is like your lifetime partner. Soulmates are just meant to teach each other, lessons, but it is possible that this is your lifetime partner. But the Lovers is simply saying that there's significance as to why the two of you cross paths. You are an important factor in his life, and he recognizes it. And I feel like he wants to express this to you, but you've been pushing him away. Stacy, I need you to, is this making sense? But, you could still be hurting from something in your past or something that happened between the two of you. You have the Knight of Cups here because he feels like you are not ready for what he is ready for. You're making him lose confidence because he's unsure. If I do give her this offer, by the way, you have an offer coming in, but he's worried. If I do give her this offer, what will be her response? So the anxieties that you have is sort of making him have anxieties as well as making him second guess himself. I'm worried about his motives. Yes, I have a hard time to trust. I'm pretty suspicious of people, unfortunately. And I'm the same way. You can't just trust anyone, especially in this day and time. So there's nothing wrong with that. But I always say, don't, what's the word? Allow them to give you a reason first before you start jumping to conclusions about them, Like if he hasn't given you a reason to lack trust in him, then give him a chance. Clarify the King of Pentacles. But this man is so ready. He is so ready. But unfortunately, I'm not sure if you are ready. And that's fine. Just communicate it to him and let him know, I feel the same way for you, but give me time to heal. Or, he needs you to respond to him. I feel like there's been blockage in communication, which is making him so incredibly anxious. Hi, Crystal. How are you? So, King of Pentacles, this is the beauty in this connection, is as much as he is wanting to settle down, he's willing to wait for you. This man is very patient when it comes to you, by the way. The thing with the King of Pentacles is when he has an offer for you, he has it just for you. He's not going to give it to anybody else. So my advice to you is to he has to understand why you're having these fears so that he won't get offended, so that he won't get defensive. If he understands, okay, she has some trust issues because of things that happened in the past, that's why she's acting like that, then he's going to be understanding and he's going to be so patient, right? In clarity of the King of Pentacles, you have the Hangman. So, as much as you're not communicating these deep fears that you have, he's still waiting for you. In clarity of because he wants to give this pentacle to you and you only. It's like the more time he spends with you, the more he falls in love with you and the more sure he is of you. Tom is literally a 10 out of 10. I mean, someone who loves you, but someone who's also patient when it comes to you. Too good. Yeah, like too good to be true. I know. I haven't had this much of a good reading in a long time. In clarity of the King of Pentacles, you had the Six of Pentacles, though. So there's a lack of balance here. And it really goes back to what we were saying earlier, where it's like he right now he is doing more work than you are putting in. It's like he's more like, come on, Stacy, say something, like he's taking more action than you are. And clarity of the King of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Swords. Just be very careful, because you have to communicate with people in order for them to understand why you are a certain way or why you're choosing to do a certain thing, so that they won't misunderstand you and get offended or get defensive. Because the more he's having a hard time understanding you, and it's making him insecure. Okay, it's hurting him. He's pretty much blaming himself, like, oh, is it something that I did? Is it something that I said? All right, so his intentions, I mean, you see all these pentacles, so his intentions are good. He's a very kind man. He's very kind. And I hardly use that word. Hardly. Okay, Stacy, so I do hope that helped. Like I said, give it a chance. Don't doubt this unless you're given a reason to. But I really hope that helps you, okay? Thank you so much for your support. Let me see who's next. Shannon. Wait, Stacy. Okay, Sherry, what is your question? You're welcome, Stacy. So Sherry, are you still in the chat? Okay, so we're just gonna have to skip Sherry. Hopefully if she comes back. So Shannon, what is your question? Oh, Lady Bond, are you Sherry? It might be lagging for her. Okay, so let's see. I want to know. I have a question about someone I'm dating now. Has he? What do you mean? How is? Okay. Okay. So what is his name? If your question is about a specific person, please give me their first name or their first and last initials. And what do you mean if he's going to be your last resort? I'm trying to figure out a way that I can ask your question and try to specify it. I'm so sorry, you guys. Let's just try to be patient. I think it's lagging for her. I'm having a hard time understanding your question, Lady Vaughn. What is your one specific question about Alex? How does he feel? Okay. How does Alex feel about Sherry? How does Alex feel about Sherry? Okay, Two of Pentacles, the Judgment, and the High Priestess. Clarify the Two of Pentacles, Page of Swords. He's definitely trying to make a decision about you, the Moon. Two of Swords. So he's quite frustrated right now because he's trying to make a good decision about you, but the thing is, it's making him frustrated at the fact that you're not telling him how you feel. I feel like the two of you want the same thing, but because you're not telling him how you feel about him, it's kind of, he's like, okay, what should I do? What decision should I make? The Page of Swords. So the decision here, because the Two of Pentacles is someone who's juggling, they're trying to make a decision, but they're juggling. The decision here is, should I keep on investing in this connection or should I move forward? The thing is, he has tried to move forward in the past, but he wasn't able to completely move on from you. He was having a hard time. Okay? He was having a hard time moving on from this connection, and it's like even when he does try to stay in this connection, it frustrates him that you don't really clearly communicate how you feel. In clarity of the Two of Pentacles, you do have the Two of Swords. I'm doing your reading right now. So yeah, it's like he's so confused about you, Sherry. He's so confused about you, and I feel like all of this confusion will go away if you will just let him know how you truly feel. Because I'm telling you, the two of you feel the same way about each other, and the two of you want the same thing. Next, you have the Judgment. Didn't I just say he's trying to make a final decision about you when I looked at what was it? I think it was the Two of Pentacles that I was like, he's trying to make a final decision. But the Judgment here pretty much confirms what I said in clarity, because the Judgment is a person who's trying to make a final decision. In clarity of the Judgment, you do have the Eight of Swords. You need to work on your communication. You need to work on your communication skills because you are really making this man frustrated and confused. With the Eight of Swords here, he's completely stuck. He's stuck on you. He's stuck in this situation, but it's like he could easily free himself from this if you could just tell him how you feel. It's like he knows how you feel. It's like he has an idea about how you could possibly feel, but he wants you to say it. In clarity of the Judgment, you do have the Page of Cups. He doesn't want to be just friends. I don't know why you've been holding back when it comes to him. I feel like you do have strong feelings, but you've been offering him a friendship. But he wants something more. I think Alex just wants you to be vulnerable with him. He just wants you to open up and just be transparent about how you really feel. Like, just tell him your emotions. Don't just tell him, I like you. Like, tell him why you like him. Tell him what you want from him. Tell him, what your intentions are and what you look forward to. But you know what? The two of you might just have different love languages, maybe. I feel like Alex is more I don't want to say sensual. I just think he's very expressive when he's in love, and he expects the same thing. In clarity of the judgment, you do have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is rejection. Clarify the Four of Cups. Ten of Cups. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I know it's getting repetitive, but he doesn't want a friendship. And I feel like maybe you just want to take things slower. But whatever it is that you've been offering him, he doesn't want it. And that's why he's been rejecting it, because he wants something more. With the Ten of Cups here, you literally have the Ten of Cups. This person wants to settle down with you. They want a future. Like, they want marriage and having children. They want this to be long term, but I feel like what you've been offering him is not what he wants. He wants something more. Clarify the High Priestess. You told him last night, but did you tell him prior to that? I'm just teasing. It was hard, but I did last night. Yeah, I feel like that was your first time doing it, though. I feel like prior to that, you were not telling him how you feel, which is why I'm picking up on all this frustrated energy from him. So he sees you as the High Priestess. When I looked at the High Priestess, you are someone who he feels like you've been through a lot, and it's one of the reasons why he's so drawn to you. Like, he feels as if you are very experienced, and it's because of your experiences that makes you very wise. But when I looked at the High Priestess, what I saw is he feels like you've been through a lot, because he feels like you're still like there's still something that traumatizes you. There's still something from your past, and whatever it is that happened in your past, it really had an effect on who you are right now, which is why he feels like with the Ten of Wands, you're still holding on to some past, trauma or stress, burden, baggage. You're still holding on to it. In clarity of the High Priestess, let's talk about the Queen of Pentacles. He sees you. So this person pretty much sees you as like the one, like the perfect person for him, but he feels like something's holding you back. You said, well, I was having a really hard time at first because of my ex. So with the Queen of Pentacles, which is what he's also viewing you as, he feels like you do. Oh my gosh, this literally goes back to what I said earlier. He has an idea of how you feel. He can see it through your actions, but you're dealing with someone whose love language, they like to hear it. They want to hear you tell them that you love them, tell them what you want from them and what you love about them. It's like they know that you have the love for them inside of you, but they just feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, you're not acting on it. You're not acting on what you really want to do. In clarity of the High Priestess, here you go again. He's seeing you as the High Priestess. He's seeing you as a queen. You're coming up as look, you have a second queen here, Queen of Cups. It's like he knows you have love for him, but he just wants you to say it, because here you are again with the Queen of Cups. First Queen of Pentacles, now Queen of Cups. He sees you as someone who has a lot to provide. You bring a lot to the table, but something still holding you back. You have the Six of Cups here. Ooh, wait a second, reunion. Honestly, with the Six of Cups, you may have had a visitation from someone from your past, and you did speak about an ex. Perhaps that's what it is. Maybe you had a recent visitation from an ex, and that kind of distracted you. Yeah, he feels like you need to just not is reconcile a good word? You need to reconcile with something from your past, and it'll heal you. Um, yeah, that was the, yeah, I know, because you were like, I told him how I feel last night, and I'm like, that was your first time, because this man has been struggling with trying to get you to express how you feel. Um, I have, but we both have been done wrong. Okay, we have talked about it. I have not told him everything, but he knows a little. And that's completely fine. Like, if you don't feel comfortable with, you know, telling him every single thing about you right now, that's fine. But I just feel like he doesn't want you to, he doesn't expect you to tell him your whole life story all at once, but he would just like you to, he just wants to know that it's requited. Like, he knows it, but he, like I said, it's really because of his love language. People want love differently. Like, there's some people where their love language is touch. They like, they like to be touched, I guess. There's some people where they like communication. There's some people where they like being given gifts. Um, but he's a good person and he has good intentions. So, Lady Vaughn, thank you so much for your support. I do hope that this helps you. So, you guys, I'm going to take like let's just take a 5 minutes break, because I think I've done like 5 readings in one sitting. So I need a quick break, and I'll be back. Oh, your ex called you. Isn't that what I said? Like, how you had a visitation from someone from your past, and that's what kind of, yeah, the 6 of Cups came out. You had a visitation, and that kind of distracted you. 5 minutes break. That is the link, but I can post a link here as well. PayPal link. So that's the link, Amber, right below your comment. I'm going to take a 5 minutes break, and I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Thank you so much for waiting. I just really needed to take a break because sometimes if I do too many readings in one sitting, it does kind of drain me. All right, so let's see. We did Sherry. I believe we were on Shannon. So Shannon, I believe it's your turn. What is your question? Promising future. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask what the outcome will be. I think that will give you more understanding. What will be the outcome between Shannon and Tyree? What will be the outcome between Shannon and Tyree? What will be the outcome between Shannon and Tyree? Four of Swords, the Death, and Judgment. Okay, so you have got some like really dramatic cards. Clarify the Four of Swords, Six of Cups, Queen of Swords. Is this someone that you dealt with from your past? Ten of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. Clarify the Death. Hangman. The Lovers. I asked that because the Six of Cups is typically a person who's like reminiscing about someone from your past. It could even represent them wanting a reunion, but I'll look more into it. One more for the Judgment. Ooh, those definitely not full hands. Okay, so give me a second. Let me pick up on these cards. The Hangman. Oh boy. Okay. Alrighty. I see what's going on here. One of you is like tied up with someone from your past. I feel like I feel like it's him though. I feel like with the Four of Swords, he has been heavily in his thoughts because I'll be honest, there is like an ex or someone from his past who was recently trying to reconcile with him, but timing is everything in the situation because I feel like they kind of came in at a bad timing because that was the same time that the two of you met. So Tyree, he's sort of like, I'm really into this new person, which is you. Um, but I feel like the past person is holding me accountable. Like this past person is sort of putting some pressure on him to, I guess, do the right thing for whatsoever reason. That's between them. We're not going to get into their connection. And you know, the thing with Tyree is he is a person of integrity. And if he's not careful, because the advantage here is that this past person, I feel like it's him. It's him who has this past person that's trying to come back. The past person has an advantage because they know Tyree inside out pretty much. You know, they've spent more time with him than you have spent with him. And so they see that he is the kind of person who is fair, who does have integrity, and they're kind of trying to play on that because for some reason they are looking towards Tyree to like do the right thing. That's just what I keep on hearing. In clarity of the Four of Swords, you do have the Nine of Pentacles. Tyree may even be living a very comfortable lifestyle. I'm not saying he has to be wealthy, but this is someone who's abundant. And his abundance doesn't even have to necessarily have to do with money. This is just a person who is very blessed. In clarity of the Four of Swords, you do have the Ten of Cups. But okay, here's what I'm seeing about Tyree. He's in a place in his life where things are going very well for him. And I feel like he's wanting someone, he's wanting a partner, okay, to share this abundance with. In clarity of the Four of Swords, you do have the Ten of Cups. So he is leaning more towards you. He's seeing more potential with you. It's almost like when he first met you, he just, I don't know if it was love at first sight between the two of you, but it's something about where that first moment when he laid eyes on you, he actually saw that you are his person. But there's this, like this past person is kind of keeping him accountable for something. And hopefully, as we look more into your reading, I can pinpoint what it is. But I don't want to go too much into their connection because that's not anything for you to worry about. Yeah, you have the Queen of Swords here. And it's so interesting. It's interesting having a reading where like an outsider actually pops up. It's not just my intuition that was telling me about that third party, but look at them. This is the third party being the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is someone who is very cutting. This is someone who can come off as quite cold and mean, but it's really because she's hurt. And I feel like this Queen of Swords, which is the energy of his past lover, there's like this sense of entitlement that she has towards him, where it's like she really just felt like they were going to be together forever. And so the fact that she knows that he's not 100% focused on her, it's causing her to become the Queen of Swords. There's a lot going on here, but I'm going to try my hardest to inform you. Next, you have the Death being clarified by the Hangman. So the Death card is saying that he will end up leaving this Queen of Swords. I knew it because like I said, it all comes down to timing. The time that that past person tried to come back was the time that he had already crossed paths with you. So he was like, I've met this new person that I'm really into, and I feel like Shannon's the one, which is what's really causing the Queen of Swords to be super upset. Like I said, there's just like, I don't know what's the word. It's kind of weird. Okay, this Queen of Swords has a weird side to her where she genuinely believes that this was her person and no one else could have him. I don't know. She was very certain of that. It's like an ownership that she has over him, especially considering that he is in a good place in his life. She's seeing his abundance and she wants to take ownership. She feels entitled to his abundance, and it's really making her mad that perhaps there will be another woman who will be sharing this abundance with him and not her. So next you have the Death card. So the Death card is a very straightforward card. Okay, this represents an ending. He will be ending this situation. You know, I don't want to worry you because it's not like he still has feelings for this Queen of Swords. It's just, I feel like it's because they've known each other for such a long time, and she plays on that. Like, oh, we've been together, our family, you know, all of our mutual friends, they know that we were together and, you know, we're meant to be. It's so cliche, and it's like people grow up and they find their separate ways. It's like maybe they were high school lovers or something like that. So the Death card is saying he will end it completely, so don't worry about it. In clarity of the Death card, you do have the Hangman. I just feel like the fact that the Hangman is a person who's at a standstill. I feel like recently he did end this with the Queen of Swords, which is why he's at a standstill right now with the Hangman. In clarity of the Death, you do have the Three of Swords, which represents heartbreak, but oftentimes it does represent heartbreak stemming from a third-party situation. I feel like while the Queen of Swords is hurt, he's also hurt because he had to hurt her. You know, he had to end it with her. And this is someone who he cared for, but I don't see him having romantic feelings, at least not anymore, for this Queen of Swords. And I feel like this is you also pretty much hurting because I feel like recently you realized that he was acting different, maybe a little bit more quiet than he usually is. And you got kind of worried. In clarity of the Death, you do have the Lovers. So he sees you. He sees you as his soulmate. Like I said, oh my goodness. So 10 of Cups, the Lovers, these two cards rarely come out, especially the 10 of Cups. Like I said, the 10 of Cups, 10 represents completion. You have that rainbow in the background representing happiness. This is literally finding the one, settling down with them, you know, accomplishing your goals, marriage, raising your children. He saw all of this. Like the moment he laid eyes on you, I feel like it was love at first sight from his side. And so the fact that the 10 of Cups didn't only come out, but you have the Lovers, girl, this man is like very certain of you. With the Lovers here, he does recognize that there is a soulmate connection. Okay. You said yes, he was. He was being more quiet than usual. Yeah, that's because he just did something so dramatic and so big, which is to end the connection with this Queen of Swords. But don't worry. Don't worry, because he doesn't have romantic feelings. But this is someone who, like I said, this Queen of Swords, I don't know what it is with her. I feel like maybe they had a childhood together, or they were like high school lovers or something like that. And so she just, in her fantasy, in her mind, okay, in this bubble, she just felt like they would always be together. Like, this is my person. Like, it's quite cliche. It's like high school. It's like a high school relationship, and one person is still holding on to it after years. It's like, get over it, you know? I'm just saying. The Lovers here, the Lovers does represent a soulmate connection. He does feel like you are the one, which is why he put that ending in his past, or to his past. Next, you have the Judgment. In clarity of the Judgment, you do have the Ace of Swords. So the thing with the Judgment here is it was an easy decision for him to make. He always knew it was you. Like we said, there's no romantic feelings for this Queen of Swords, but she did have kind of a, let's just say she was good at, she knew his weakness. Oh, so you do know this Queen of Swords. You said she cheated on him. Well, there you have it. With the judgment here. What was I going to say? Yes. So with the Judgment here, it was an easy decision for him to make, but also it was not an easy decision considering I feel like his decision to leave her caused or it sparked some disapproval from like his family or his friends, which is why the Ace of Swords is saying he didn't care about the consequences of leaving her because he believes that this connection is something that's worth fighting for, regardless of the disapprovals, regardless of the pain and the hardship that he had to go through to get rid of her. He did it because he feels like this is worth it. In Clarity of the Judgment, you do have the Strength. So, you know, the Strength card, these cards are just taking the words right out of my mouth. The Strength card, like I said, it's him not really focusing on the consequence or, you know, what anybody else has to say about him leaving the Queen of Swords. He's doing what's best for him. In Clarity of the Judgment, you do have the Four of Wands. This is your person. This is your person. Ten of Cups, the Lovers. Four of Wands represents marriage or a serious commitment. But the Four of Wands, this is like this couple, they're celebrating their marriage. It's their wedding day, but they're showing us these four wands to say, you know what? This is our wedding day, but it wasn't easy getting here. We had obstacles to overcome in order to redeem this connection. So there is going to be backlash. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why he's been more quiet than usual. There is going to be backlash, but he doesn't care because he has his mind made up and it's you that he wants. This is such like, it's like a fairy tale, like a happily ever after. That's beautiful. Very positive. So yeah, Shannon, that's the outcome. You see it here. This is literally your person. I mean, 10 of Cups, settling down, marriage, having children, just perfect ending. Lovers, soulmates, Four of Wands, literally redemption. This is also marriage. Yeah. That was a lot, but it all came to me so clearly. So and you said you knew, yeah, and he knew it too. Like, and you can even ask him about this, like subtly though, ask him about it and just be like, what did you think of me? Like, what was your first impression? Because I really feel like right when he laid eyes on you, he just knew that it was you. And you know what? I'm not shocked that he experienced that because the two of you are soulmates. And so he recognized it. You said, he makes me feel so special because I have kids and he doesn't. I'm older, he is younger. So our families don't. Okay, that's what it. And didn't I say that? I said something about the family, like disapproval. Boom. Okay, so Shannon, I do really hope that that helped you. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, so Rita, you are next. It's going to be Rita and then Amber. So you guys, if you do want a reading, please go ahead and make your purchase. It's $20 for a general love reading or $30, and you can ask me a specific love question. Please use PayPal. But yeah, I'm going to be ending this live pretty soon after I'm done with my reading. So if you want a reading, please go ahead before I close the list. So Rita, I do hope you're still here. Oh, okay. So that's you, Rita. Okay, so let's do your reading. General love reading for Rita. What's going on in Rita's love life? What does Rita need to know about her love life? General love reading for Rita's love life. What's going on in Rita's love life? So you have the Emperor, you have the Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. Clarify the Emperor. Six of Wands, Eight of Wands. Whoa. Someone has a lot to say about you. I hate when I do a reading and I can pick up on someone's thoughts because it makes me uncomfortable. I'm always just praying that their thoughts are something positive so that I don't have to say something mean. I don't want to have to say, oh, your person thinks you're annoying, you know? Um, Here's the thing. You're dealing with an emperor. And the thing with an emperor is they don't like going back and forth in any situation. They're one of, I feel like the person that you're dealing with is such a straightforward individual. When they say no, it means no. When they say they're moving forward, it means they're moving forward and you can't change their mind. They are a very black or white kind of person. But when it comes to this connection, they feel like they're all over the place. They feel like they lack control, which is what's really making them furious. Because this emperor in the past, I feel like this emperor tried to let you go, but they couldn't. Because there they are trying to come back and trying to reconcile with you. Why? It's because they see that you are their soulmate. Tell me more about this emperor. Ace of Swords. It's like regardless of the frustration that they have felt towards you, they really believe that this connection is something that's worth it. You know, that's worth their impatience, that's worth their frustration. They put this connection on a pedestal. You have the moon. So what I'm hearing with the moon is they feel like there's a lack of communication between the two of you. They feel like, you know, and I feel like this has been ongoing. I feel like the two of you have liked each other for a long time, but could never come to like common grounds with each other for some reason. But the moon card is really, they have a lot to say about you, so just bear with me. But it's like they know that you want the same thing that they want, but why did the two of you just not, you know, you guys have a hard time getting along with each other? King of Cups. They feel like they did, okay, they feel like they did try to give you an offer in the past, but you didn't take it. Is this making sense? If it's not, let me know and I'll better explain the situation. Tell me he doesn't talk. He doesn't talk, but he thinks. This man has a lot to say about you, Rita. That's why in the beginning I was like, please don't say anything inappropriate. Please don't say anything inappropriate. I remember this was like a long time ago. It was a while back, probably earlier during the year. And I was doing a live reading, and someone asked, like, how does your person feel about them? And this person had just like the most disturbing things to say. And it just put me in a very uncomfortable situation. But this person does respect you. I just feel like you make them frustrated. They respect you. They feel like you're stubborn, but the thing is they're stubborn. They're stubborn as well. It's just that when it comes to this connection, you are their weakness. Typically, if this were to be anybody else, your person would have cut them off and moved on. You know, you're dealing with the emperor. The emperor doesn't have time to waste. Like I said, this is a very straightforward individual that you're dealing with, but because they are in love with you, this is like the one thing that they just can't let go of. They just can't cut you off like how they usually do everybody else. He wanted to cut you off. Yeah, that makes sense, because remember in the very beginning, I pulled out the Eight of Wands and I said he did let this go in the past, but he came back and now he's trying to reconcile because this is something that he can't let go of. Why? Because the Lover's here. He feels like you are his soulmate. And it's interesting because the Page of Wands is literally a blockage in communication. Like pages represents communication, but it's a wand. So I believe you when you said that he doesn't talk much. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles. The Devil. Honestly, I feel like where the two of you clash is that he's used to, what I'm seeing about him is he is used to someone, he's used to people, especially the women in his life, submitting to him. And the fact that you were not, bowing, bowing down to him at his feet and being submissive or passive, that's what sort of made him feel like, let me move on. Like he felt like he was not getting enough attention. I feel like you were giving him an adequate amount of attention, but considering that this is an emperor who likes to feel wanted, who likes to feel needed, who has a big ego, does that make sense? So next with the Queen of Pentacles. So you need to make a final decision about this individual as well, because you've been waiting. I feel like whether you want to admit it or not, you've been waiting on him for a very long time. You're refusing to give your offer to anybody else. Okay. In clarity of the Queen of Pentacles, you do have the Devil. It's becoming toxic. The fact that this is two people who are in love with each other, I would definitely say that, and who want the same thing, but none of them are taking action towards each other. It's causing this to be like a very stagnant situation where the two of you have just been stalling and nothing's been happening. That's why the Devil card here is saying this is becoming very toxic, because it's like, especially from your perspective, this is a situation that you've been having a hard time letting go of, and it's toxic. In clarity of the Queen of Pentacles, you do have the Six of Cups. You want this reunion. You want it, all right. Six of Cups came out. In clarity of the Queen of Pentacles, you do have the Hierophant. Tell me more about the Hierophant. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. I feel like with the Hierophant, I feel like we've been asking Have you been asking, you've been asking for guidance, like whether you've been asking other readers or you've been like praying about it. The Hierophant is saying you have been given an answer, and your answer to what to do about the situation is to initiate a new beginning. Yeah, so perhaps you're the one who's supposed to initiate it. Hi, Pamela. Yeah, the list is still open. Here's the thing, you've been waiting so long for this person. You might as well initiate the reunion and see how things go. And if it doesn't go well, there you go. You have your concrete proof right there of what you need to do, which is move forward if things don't work out. But the devil is saying, you've been stuck on this. You've been having such a hard time letting go of this person. I feel like you obsessively think about this person. So it's like the power is in your hand. If you initiate this, then you'll get your answer. Initiate this new beginning with them, and you'll get your answer, and you'll see if this is the one. Clarify the Knight of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. The thing is, he's coming towards you. He's coming towards you. So if you've been blocked, listen to what I'm saying, okay? Because I said it in the beginning, how he tried to let go of this connection in the past. But here he is coming back for a reconciliation. Remember, I said it. So Knight of Wands being clarified by the Temperance. I feel like with the Knight of Wands, this is him. The Knight of Wands is someone who's very passionate, but he's coming in as a knight, and I feel like I said, he's very frustrated over the situation. So I'm not shocked that the Knight of Wands even came out. But in clarity of the Knight of Wands, you do have the Temperance. Like I said, really, he just wants to feel like this is a requited love. I'm not saying that you are not showing him attention. I'm letting you know that you're dealing with an emperor who likes to basically be glorified. You know, they like an excessive amount of attention. And I'm not saying that that's what you should do. Of course, you should let him know you have your dignity and you can't be bound down to him. He needs to understand that. But you are dealing with an emperor. That's the kind of person that he is. With the Temperance here, for some reason, he is kind of insecure. He's insecure about if this connection is requited. Okay, in clarity of the Knight of Wands, you do have the Nine of Pentacles. So here's the thing. Because the two of you, I'm literally seeing this as the both of you. Because the two of you are so independent and individually successful, like the Nine of Pentacles, this is how he views you. He views you as someone who is very stable, who has, everything going well. And he does as well. He has a lot to bring to the table. I feel like typically he's used to being the provider. He's used to people kind of glorifying him for what he has and what he can bring to the table. But he has to realize that he's dealing with someone who's different. He's dealing with a woman who can provide for herself, who's very successful as well, So this is going to be quite interesting. You may feel like the two of you are different, but the two of you are very much alike, and that's why you tend to clash with each other. But he's coming towards you. Let's see. Okay, Rita, so that's what I'm saying about this individual. I think you just have to understand the person that you're dealing with. When you understand the person that you're dealing with, you won't allow them to cause you headache, because a person like the Emperor has a lot of personalities. They have a lot of layers to them. He's consistent and wants to give in to me at all. Well, he's coming, like I keep on saying, don't let this person cause you to be unstable. Like I said, with the Knight of Wands, he is coming towards you passionately. So if he hasn't expressed how he feels, hopefully he will when he comes towards you. Right? So Rita, thank you so much. I do hope that that reading gave you some confirmation or like a, better understanding of the situation. So Amber, we're gonna do you next. Okay, I think I'm about to close the list. Amber. General love reading for Amber. Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Hi, Tayana. Is it Tayana, Tayuna? Please correct me. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Oh boy. You have an ex coming back, and it's clear as day. You know what? I feel like I just did a reading about your situation. I know I haven't even looked at the cards, but I already see what's going to be happening. But I feel like I just did. What sign was it for? Oh, I haven't even posted it yet. I think it's for Pisces, and I just completed it. I have to post it. But if I were you, I would watch it even if you're not a Pisces sun, moon, or Venus. You might have Pisces heavily in your chart. All right, sorry about that, you guys. I was getting something to drink. You think you have it in your 8th house? Yeah, I feel like once I post it, yeah, I haven't posted it yet, but it'll be up by tomorrow. I feel like that reading is basically for you. Okay. You definitely have an ex coming back. My only concern is this a karmic cycle that is reopening? We'll look into it. But yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune, you do have an ex that's coming towards you. Oh boy. In clarity of the Wheel of Fortune, with this Five of Cups here, they are very, very regretful. I do feel like this person is taking accountability for their wrongdoings. I feel like they're kind of, not even kind of, they are beating themselves up because they feel like they kind of ruined their chance. In clarity of the Five of, okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just, too much information is coming towards me. But yeah, with the Five of Cups here, this person is taking accountability for what they did. They feel like things didn't work out between the two of you in the past because of them. But what they don't realize is there's two cups right behind them. And so the two cups is saying it's not over. I feel like the two of you still have unfinished business. And they will get an opportunity to talk to you, to come back into your life. In clarity of the Wheel of Fortune, you do have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles came out last though. So let's talk about the Six of Cups. Six of Cups literally represents a reunion. Like I said, someone from your past is coming back. But I feel like the two of you have an opportunity to turn a toxic situation into something healthy, especially now that the two of you are going to have the second chance to give it a second try. In clarity of the Wheel of Fortune, you do have the Two of Wands. The only thing with you is when this does happen, if it hasn't happened already, if this reunion hasn't happened already, when it does happen, you're going to be quite unstable. So my question to you is there another person that has kind of been getting your attention or trying to get your attention? Because I see that this is you. You're going to be feeling quite unstable because you'll have someone from your past trying to reconcile. But the Four of Pentacles, intuitively, I'm seeing that this is someone else. And they have a lot to offer as well. So I see why you're going to be quite, unstable, having a hard time making a decision or keeping both of them happy. Is this making sense, Amber? Okay. Tell me more about the Four of Pentacles. The thing about the new person, and I'm just saying new to distinguish them from this past person that's also coming back. With the Seven of Swords here, you have to be careful because this new person, right? This new person, they are so observant. Oh my goodness. Like they're the kind of person who will dig up behind you to figure out what you're doing if you're connecting with someone else. Yeah, they're that kind of individual. And so if they do figure out that you've been connecting with someone from your past or that someone is coming towards you, it will make them perhaps doubt you and doubt this connection. Okay, it's going to kind of discourage them from continuing their connection with you. This is the new person that I'm talking about that I was seeing was carrying this Seven of Swords energy. They're very sneaky. It's like you think that they're not watching, but they are. So next you have the Knight of Pentacles being clarified by the Strength. Oh my gosh, what did I tell you? You're literally going to be having two offers. Look, you have two Knights. But it's going to be an easy decision. I'm telling you, watch. Okay, when I post the Pisces reading, it should be up by tomorrow. When I post it, watch it because I really feel like it was you that I was picking up on, which is amazing. But it's not going to be a hard decision because one of them, they're both coming towards you as a knight, okay? There's not a difference. But one of them is going to be offering you a cup. The other is going to be a cup. The other is going to be offering you a pentacle. Pentacles literally represents abundance. When a person offers you a pentacle, they're offering you a commitment. They're offering you stability. Cups are valuable, but the thing with cups is just because someone offers you a cup doesn't mean that you should automatically accept it, because while it looks big and shiny and golden, you don't know what's inside of this cup. It could be an empty cup that they're offering you. It could be a cup filled with heartbreak, broken promises, false hope. You don't know. But with the Knight of Pentacles, this is the ex coming back. Like I said, I mean, I saw it intuitively with the Wheel of Fortune, but the Knight of Pentacles is the ex. And guess what? The ex has taken a long time. Oh my goodness. The Knight of Pentacles is such a slow energy. So this person has taken forever to come towards you. You have a lot of patience. In clarity of the Knight of Pentacles, you do have the Strength card. I feel like I feel like you're a little bit too nice to this person, to be honest. I feel like they are your weakness because you're going to forgive them so quickly. You're going to forgive them too quickly, too easily. In clarity of the Knight of Pentacles, you do have the Knight of Cups. So this is the new person coming towards you as well to give you this offer. All right. Lastly, did we talk about the Nine of Pentacles? Was the Nine of Pentacles? I'm not sure if this was for the Wheel of Fortune, but yeah, Nine of Pentacles here. Only one of them is the one. And I'll tell you this, with the Nine of Pentacles, yeah, the Nine of Pentacles, yes, because the Nine of Pentacles clarifying, the Nine of Pentacles is clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. So this person is very abundant, by the way, this ex. He's currently in a relationship with another Amber. Wow, that's interesting. It's like your ex is named Amber, and then your new girlfriend is named Amber. Could be a coincidence, or seeing that he's going to be coming back, it's that he is not over you. Ten of Swords. Hmm. Give me a second. Let me pick up on this Knight of Swords. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is a really big warning because for some reason I'm seeing you choose the new person, which is like, it's fine. You know, maybe you feel like, let me choose the new person because that past person has already had their chance. But if you choose the new person, and don't just take my word for it, don't do something because the dream medium tells you, but I'm basically showing you your future right now. So you can avoid this. Ten of Swords is going to be you. You're going to be incredibly betrayed by the new person, by the Knight of Cups. Because I see you choosing him. And you're going to be incredibly betrayed by him. Why? Because he's a huge player. And I didn't want to just say it because he's a knight. I mean, knights are known to be players, but it's like the Nine of Cups is really saying that he is one because this is someone who has options as well. He's going to give you a cup, but he's giving 10 other people a cup as well. There's no value to his offer. In clarity of the 10 of Swords, you do have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, this person, I feel like the second you give this new person a chance, the Knight of Cups a chance, man, they're going to switch up on you because they're going to be like, oh, I have her now. So I don't have to pretend. I can show her the reckless person that I really am. This is a major player that you're dealing with. But you know what? I feel like with the Empress, let's look more into the Empress. Hi, Karen. How are you? How have you been? Both of my recent exes are with Ambers, but I know which one you're talking. Oh my goodness. Wow. A lot of people must be named Amber where you live. But yeah, with the Empress, I did pull out the Nine of Wands to get more information on the Empress. And I just feel like even after giving this other person a chance and being hurt by them, I feel like you will still be waiting to be with this Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you made it just in time, Karen. I was actually about to close it, but yeah, if you want a reading, I can add you and then close the list. If anybody else wants a reading, please go ahead and make your purchase because I'm gonna close the list very soon. Whew, Amber, you have, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna be posting that Pisces reading next. So definitely watch it because I feel like it's gonna resonate. So I do hope that helps, Amber. Thank you so much for your support. Let's see who is next. Lorena, am I pronouncing your name correctly? It looks very familiar, but I just want to make sure. So the list, let's see. Lorena, Pamela. General love reading for Lorena. Knight of Cups, Five of Cups, Four of Swords. Clarify the Knight of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Six of Cups. Oh, I see what's going on here. Oh my goodness. It's just so amazing when like the message just comes so clear to me. Okay, Lorena, here's the thing. You have been stuck on a specific person for far too long. And I don't know if you've been manifesting them or you've been hoping that they'll come back, but there is someone who's coming towards you, but they are not the person that you've been hooked on. It's someone else because you need a change. You need a positive change. So you do have a Knight of Cups that's coming towards you, and it's going to catch you off guard because you've been so hooked on a particular person. I feel like with the Queen, you being the Queen of Pentacles, you have been unwilling to give other people a chance. You have not been giving your offer to any other person because you want this specific person so badly. And I understand, but it's like the person who's coming towards you is not the one that you've been hoping for. And that might just be for a good reason. Right? So yeah, you do have a different person. This is, let me see if this is, oh, wait a second. Hold on. Verify. Is this a new person? Knight of Swords. It is a new person. It is a new person, but here's the thing. Six of Cups came out. I just hope you don't allow the fact that you're still holding on to someone from your past. I hope you don't allow it to overshadow this new person, because Six of Cups is a reunion. You see, you've been wanting a reunion with someone from your past, but that's not who's coming towards you. And I just hope that you'll give this new person a chance. In clarity of the Knight of Cups, you have the Ace of Pentacles. You are supposed to start a new beginning with this new person. But you are just very hooked on this particular person from your past. Five of Swords. If you're not careful and you don't try to heal from this past person, I do see you sabotaging this new connection that's very abundant, by the way. You have the Ace of Pentacles. The two of you have this offer to start a new beginning and to leave this toxicity with your ex in the past. But I feel like you are so unwilling to give anybody else a chance, to the point where you might just end up making this person leave. I feel like this is a warning, because I feel like in the nearest future, you will cause this love triangle, and this new person will say, you know what, I'm getting the heck out of here, because these two are on something else. Cups. Page of Pentacles. The Moon. I feel like with the Five of Cups, this is such a future reading. Like, it's like everything that I'm seeing is going to happen in the future. And so you don't just have to take my word for it, but when you do see it happening, you can avoid it. Just know that you can avoid this from happening. It's just the Five of Cups is you realizing that you made a mistake. You made a mistake by choosing the past person. and sabotaging a good thing. Five of Cups, crying over spilled milk. But there's still going to be a chance that you will have with this new person. In clarity of the Five of Cups, you do have the King of Wands. It may not be easy to reconcile with that new person, because let me tell you, once they figure out what you're doing with that past person and they leave that love triangle, it's going to make them really toughen up when it comes to you, and they're going to be quite defensive and cautious towards you, but it won't be impossible getting them to reconcile. In clarity of the Five of Cups, you do have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, the Moon. It's going to be the differences. Oh, King of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. There we go again. These are two different people. Page of Pentacles is a different person. King of Pentacles is the new person. Is this making sense, NG? Or Lorena? You said, I don't have a new person. Right, that's why I said in the beginning, I said, you've been manifesting a reunion with someone from your past, but that is not who is coming towards you. You have a new person who's coming towards you. Does that make sense? You've been waiting. It's like you've really been stuck on someone for a long time, and it's almost like you're expecting them to come back, but that's not who's coming back. And that's why I was saying, I hope that you don't sabotage this connection with this new person, because you seem very closed off. You seem unwilling to give other people a chance because you're wanting this reconciliation so badly. Right? Where was I in your reading? Yes, I was talking about the Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. I feel like what keeps you holding on to the past person is uncertainty. I feel like you kind of want them to let you know how they feel. Perhaps you didn't get clear communication, or you didn't get closure from them, and that's why you've been having a hard time letting go of them. But I'll tell you this, communication from your ex will happen, but I don't see it happening anytime soon. This is more so in the future that communication will happen. Or I'm not necessarily seeing direct communication from your ex, but you will get information about your ex, and you'll realize that this person has moved on. And that's what's gonna make you feel very guilty for overlooking this new person and for not choosing the new person. Is all of this making sense? Next you have the Four of Swords. Okay, great. Excellent. So with the Four of Swords and the Ace of Wands, clarifying the Four of Swords, the Ace of Wands is saying that you will be able to get over this person because, my goodness, like you've really been holding on to them and you've been waiting. And that's what I'm trying to get you to understand, that although they're not the one who's going to be coming towards you, this new person will. It's because you need a change. You need something that will push you forward from this connection. And the Ace of Wands is saying once you can recognize this new person and give them a chance, you'll be able to get over this ex. In clarity of the Four of Swords, you do have the Queen of Wands and the Three of Wands. Like I said, I don't see this person, I don't see your ex giving you clear communication like how you would like it to go, but I do see you getting information, and you'll realize that they really have moved on from you and you need to do so as well. And the Queen of Wands is saying, this is you, as disappointed as you will be. This is you pretty much saying, you know what? I got my answer. It may not have been the answer that I wanted to hear, but at least now I know that I need to be moving forward. And with the Three of Wands here, this is pretty much this ex of yours making it clear to you that they have closed this and they are looking towards something else. Okay. So I guess my advice is to just try to see what else is out there. You can't put all your eggs in one basket, especially if you've been waiting on a reunion from an ex I feel like you've been waiting for a very, very long time. If someone new comes in and they're treating you right, then give it a chance. But you do have someone new coming towards you. I feel like in your reading, I was really seeing a lot about your future. So you can prepare yourself for it, because this new person is really worth this new person is worth it. That's all I'm going to say. And I don't want you to overlook them because you're still hooked on someone who has already moved on from you. Okay, so let's see. Who is next? Okay, Pamela, you are next. We're going to do your general reading. Okay, Pamela, Pamela, Pamela. What's going on in Pamela's love life? What does Pamela need to know about her love life? Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, King of Swords. Clarify the Seven of Wands. Let me see. Okay. The Hierophant. Ace of Wands. All right, Pamela, let's have a talk. Here's what I'm seeing about you. I feel like you have been, I don't know if it's like, I don't even know what to call it. I don't know what the title is on this connection. If this is like an actual like commitment, like boyfriend, girlfriend, or if this is just an on and off thing. But I do feel like the person who you've been dealing with is so incredibly not worth your time. Like, I know I'm being so blunt today, but I just need to be honest with you. It's like the Seven of Wands, you've been trying to make a relationship or a connection work. And the thing here is it takes two to make a relationship. And so it takes two to put in the effort. You know, like it takes two to have a relationship. Sorry, I said that backwards. It takes two to have a relationship, but then it takes two to make it work. And I feel like you've been the only one working. You've been the only one trying. And I also feel like you make a lot of excuses for your person's behavior. I feel like this person has been very disloyal, very, very disrespectful as well. Yes, but very disloyal. I feel like this person intentionally does very reckless things because they know that you will cover up for them or you will forgive them. In clarity of the Seven of Wands, you have the Three of Swords. I feel like recently this person did something very disrespectful. They most likely cheated. And this is you trying to rectify things, trying to make things work, but like you didn't cause it. You didn't cause this. So why should you be the one to clean up the mess? This is you making excuses for them. This is the Seven of Wands is saying you need to reevaluate your approach in this situation because the method that you've been using is only making the situation worse. It's saying that by you not defending, but by you excusing their behavior, I feel like you've been excusing their behavior from the very beginning of this connection. And so that is, I don't want to say that's why they've been cheating, but I feel like it's because of your forgiving nature and where you don't hold them accountable, which is why they feel like, okay, I can keep on disrespecting Pamela. And because from the very beginning, she's been defending me. She's been, excusing my behavior. So I can continue to act this way and she'll just sweep up my mess. She'll clean it up. In clarity of the Seven of Wands, you do have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is saying you are trying to block a separation from happening. You're trying to stop a separation from happening with this person. But the Ace of Wands is saying this is out of your control because you are unwilling. And I feel like you've been having, there's been a lot of red flags in the past. But because you were unwilling to let this person go, the universe had to intervene and say, you know what, she's not going to do what she knows she needs to do. So we just need to intervene and make sure that the separation does happen because you're trying to block it from happening. But the universe is saying enough is enough. We have to come in and make sure that it does happen. Clarify the Seven of Swords. Ten of Wands. Tower. Oh my gosh. This already happened. This is about to happen very soon. is this person that you're dealing with? Like, who raised them? Really, who raised them is really what I'm trying to, because this person is so reckless. I feel like the Seven of Swords, this is actually you. The Seven of Swords is you. Okay, give me a chance. Let me figure out how I can say this, because I really want you to understand why I'm saying these things. I feel like every time something chaotic happens, every time this person disappoints you, or they hurt you, or they cause drama in your life, you sort of, you pretend like you don't see it and you just move on to the next with them. You know, and what you don't understand is all that pain from the betrayal, it's accumulating and nothing's really changing. You're just you're just because you're ignoring you're trying to avoid seeing something doesn't mean that it's not there, right? And I just feel like that's what you've been doing in this connection. The reason why you've been excusing this person's behavior and really ignoring the red flags is because you feel like they are your soulmate. You feel that soulmate connection. And here's the thing, it's like we have many, there are many kinds of soulmates. Just because someone's your soulmate doesn't mean that they are like your lifetime partner. It's just saying that the two of you cross paths for a reason. Soulmates come into our lives to teach us lessons that will help us see our negative traits, lessons that will help us see what we need to change, what we need to do better. It's really all about bettering who we are as people, and especially who we are as lovers. And, you know, this person does have a special place in your heart, but I feel like this is a karmic soulmate. And that's what confuses you, because you feel the connection, which is why you feel like you need to justify them hurting you, justify, you know, their wrongdoings. But what you don't understand is they're karmic. There's a lesson. The reason why they're doing this to you is to teach you a lesson, but you're not learning the lesson. You're just trying to like forgive them and move forward with them. And they keep on doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over until you can learn a lesson. Does that make sense? In clarity of the Seven of Swords, you do have the Ten of Wands. I feel like you really carry this connection all on your own. Like I said in the very beginning, like it takes two to make the connection work, and you can't just do it all on your own. It's not gonna, nothing's gonna change if you're the only one who's putting in the effort. And so the Ten of Wands is saying you really have been the one who's been giving and giving and giving, and your person has not been meeting you halfway. And so it's causing you a lot of stress, a lot of burdens. But this goes back to that example that I made with the Seven of Swords, where it's like whenever this person does something bad to you, you just try to escape it. You try to ignore it, move on from it. You know, it's like, okay, let's keep on being with each other. Like, I don't know. It's like you don't want to confront something here. You don't want to see the bigger picture or something like that. In clarity of the Seven of Swords, you do have the Tower. So remember, I did say that there's going to have to be, the universe is going to intervene because you're refusing to learn a lesson. And until you learn the lesson, it's just going to be a karmic cycle between you and them. The Tower card, boom. The Tower card, things will be exposed. The Tower, when the Tower moment happens in our lives, this is us being enlightened about a situation, us being forced to see what we've been refusing to see. Let's look more for the Tower. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, something's going to happen. Something's going to happen in the future. Like I said, this is something that's going to happen. This Seven of Swords and everything that I'm reading about it. With the Five of Pentacles, this person will, I'm trying to figure out how I can say this in the nicest way. It's like this person will disappoint the heck out of you, Pamela. Whatever it is that they're going to do, it's going to force you to see that they are not loyal at all. And I feel like what they're going to do is choose someone else over you. But don't worry, they'll get their karma. Don't even worry about it. Star. So this already happened, huh? You said we were already separated, but he's been begging to come back. You said he's already gotten his karma. So, King of Swords. Oh, here's the thing though. The King of, in clarity of the King of Swords, you have the Star card. So he's been manifesting. And it's so funny because you literally just said it with the Star card here. He's been manifesting to come back. But he's been manifesting a new beginning with you, but I feel like he doesn't have good intentions. With the King of Swords, he's still not taking accountability. Oh my goodness. He's still not taking accountability. And if you're not careful, he may just be trying to come back to hurt you one last time. I do feel like you're dealing with someone. I mean, I'm not a psychologist, so I'm not trying to diagnose anyone, but he does have traits, okay? Narcissistic traits, I'll say that. Because I really feel like with the King of Swords, this person is very dangerous. And I feel like they just have to have the last word. They have to be the one who ends the connection, who, you know, in clarity of the King of Swords, you do have the high priestess. But you're not going to let that happen because you're the high priestess. The high priestess is very intuitive. I always say you cannot deceive the high priestess. She's very wise, and you need to be wise because you've gone through this situation so many times with them, and it's like, have you learned your lesson yet? I really hope you have. And the high priestess is saying, yes, you have, to the point where you're going to block them. Yeah, you're not going to give them a chance. I feel like something happened recently. I feel like they got their karma recently because there's instability in their personal life. Yeah, they're kind of falling apart. Something happened in their personal life, and I feel like that's their karma. But besides the point, I feel like the high priestess is saying you have learned your lesson. Like, it took you a long time to do so, but you have learned it, and you're not going to let this person deceive you. This King of Swords, man, if you let this person come back, please be careful because they just want to have the upper hand. They want to be the one to hurt you. They want to be the one to end the connection. That's the only reason why they're coming back in the first place. Okay, Pamela. So yeah, I mean, just be very careful. That's all I'm gonna say. So Pamela, I do hope. Oh, he apologized profusely. Just wait till you reject him. Then you'll see him switch up. Wait till you don't give him what he wants. That's when you're going to see his true color. But I do hope that this helps. I mean, don't just take my word for it. If you want to give him a chance and see where things go, that's completely fine. Just be careful because I feel like they are not coming back for a good reason. They're coming back to hurt you, like revenge or something. You're welcome, Pamela. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, I am so tired. We're gonna do Karen. So Karen, what is your question? Said, should I? Okay, should I be fighting for this love or will he betray me? Okay, so I'm gonna ask, is it okay if I ask what should Karen do about her connection? And remind me of his name again. Edward. So is it okay if I ask? Okay, you said yes. What should Karen do about her connection with Edward? What should Karen do? Ooh, this is the one. Okay, let's see. Queen of Swords. Page of Swords. The Chariot. What is going on here? Was there a fight recently? Clarify the Page of Swords. I mean, Queen of Swords. I'm sorry. Let's do that again. Clarify the Queen of Swords. Eight of Swords. Clarify the Queen of Swords. Seven of Wands. Okay, let's see. Queen of Swords. What's going on? Just give me a second. What's going on with this Page of Cups? Six of Wands. Whoa, okay. Queen of Swords. The two of you are definitely not on good terms with each other. Queen of Swords is someone who is very cutting. Someone who's very cutting, but the thing is, she's hurt, okay? The Queen of Swords is heartbroken, and that's why she tends to be very cold, could be just very intolerant of others. And I do feel like you're very defensive towards him because you don't trust him. In clarity of the Queen of Swords, you have the Eight of Swords. So I feel like you acted too quickly. I feel like you acted before you really thought it through. Yeah, I feel like you acted on something too quickly and you didn't thoroughly think about it, which is why with the Eight of Swords, you're conflicted. The Eight of Swords is a person who feels stuck. Now you don't know what to do because you have pushed this person away. You've pushed Edward away. And you never thought about what's next. Like before the two of you got into this disagreement, you were so quick to act on something that you didn't think, okay, after I act on it, what do I do next? Like, you know what I'm saying? Which is why now you're kind of stuck. In clarity of the Queen of Swords, let's see, you do have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is saying that you're not being rational about something. You're asking him to be honest with you, and I do feel like the thing is, he has been honest with you. I feel like there's something here that you're not seeing. Typically, when the Seven of Wands comes out, it's saying that you need to find a different approach. The method that you've been using has been complicating things for you even more. So the Seven of Wands is saying reevaluate the situation because the way you're going about things isn't the right way. But intuitively, what I'm seeing, it's like you've been asking him for something repeatedly. Like you may just be asking him for like an answer, like tell me what happened, or be honest with me. And he is being honest with you, but you're not believing him, which is why the Seven of Wands is saying, then what do you want? Like, what else do you want? Because whatever it is that you're asking them to do, they're doing it, but you're still not satisfied. In clarity of the Queen of Swords, but they are being honest with you. That's what I'm here to tell you. Whatever it is that you asked them, they told you the truth, but for some reason it didn't, like, you didn't believe it. In clarity of the Queen of Swords, you do have the Page of Cups. I feel like recently, well, I don't want to say recently, but Edward did give you an offer, but I feel like the way you perceived the offer, you kind of undermined his offer. Like you didn't take him seriously, or you felt like he was okay. You have there's like a really like you have trust issues here, and I'm not saying that it's your fault. Most likely he did do something in the past to cause you to not trust him. But with the Page of Cups here, I do see that he did give you an offer, but for some reason you didn't value that offer. You felt like he was just giving it to you to like take something from you, use you. Um, it's like you felt like he had ulterior, yeah, you felt like he had ulterior motives, but he didn't. Like that's what I'm trying to tell you. He's telling the truth. And this offer was actually a genuine offer, but you felt like his intentions were bad. You felt like there was something underneath that offer, and there wasn't. So you didn't take him seriously. You saw him as like a playboy or something. Then in Clarity of the Queen of Swords, you do have the Six of Wands. Let's see what the Six of Wands is. Moon. Moon representing secrets. Three of Swords. Whoa, let's see. Tell me more about this Three of Swords, because, ooh, Three of Swords does represent a heartbreak, but oftentimes heartbreak that stems from a third-party situation. Knight of Swords. Oh boy, I feel like a lot just happened between the two of you. So just give me time to really pick up on this situation. Six of Wands, this disagreement, especially the fact that I'm telling you, he told you the truth, but you didn't believe it. He even tried to give you an offer, but you underestimated him, which really hurt him. And the thing with him is like when someone hurts him, he like instead of proving them wrong, he does the opposite of what he should be doing. It's like it when he's hurt, he acts even more reckless because the fact that you underestimated this offer and you didn't trust him, and I felt like you said some things to him as well that really hurt him. And so you really, unfortunately, I feel like you pushed him towards someone else. I see him reuniting with someone from his past. And I feel like the moon card is saying that there's one thing that the two of you were not able to understand about each other, which is the fact that the two of you, there is mutual love, and the two of you know what kind of connection you're in. The two of you want the same thing, but you were unable to have a mutual discussion about this. So this was what the goal was supposed to be. The communication was supposed to be about the two of you talking about this connection. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. A big fight took place that really hurt him, and he reconciled with someone from his past, by the way. Yep, he surely did. So let's talk about the Three of Swords, heartbreak. This man was not cheating on you, but I feel like the fact that you underestimated the offer that he gave you, like you said something that really made him feel insecure. It's like it's like you degraded him, like you belittled him, you made him feel little, you made him feel like his offer was not good enough. And that's what pushed him to, he did reunite with someone from his past. The moon card is saying, unfortunately, the two of you cannot come on, common grounds to talk about this love that is mutually shared. And you pushed him towards this third party situation. Him, this ex that he reunited with. And wow, I just saw something about this ex. I don't want to tell you because I don't want to make you mad. But girl, she's very good looking. The Three of Swords is you as well. Like he's hurt, this ex is hurt as well. You're hurt. Like it's just, you see, so now you're jumping to conclusions thinking he was being disloyal and he was cheating, but he wasn't. Nine of Cups. Oh boy. The thing is, you hurt him so badly that I feel like you've turned him into a player, a playboy. Like you were accusing him of being a playboy when he wasn't, but now that you really pushed him, he's like, okay, that's what you think I am? Okay, that's what I am then. Like he's immature like that. When he's hurt, he doesn't know how to deal with that hurt, and he like I said, he's reckless when he's heartbroken. But yeah, with this Nine of Cups, he has options now, and it's getting to him. It's making him feel, it's building his ego that you pretty much broke down. Oh wow. So you have the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. These two energies are you. The Knight of Swords is you trying to pretty much get this person back. I feel like you just need to cool down a little bit, like take a break from this situation, woo-saw, just take a break, okay? Because in the first place, you jump to conclusions about this person. Like I said, you acted before you really thought about this. You acted too quickly. Queen of Pentacles is now you waiting on this person because you have this pentacle for them, but you, like, the thing is, I feel like an opportunity was ruined. Page of Swords, clarify the Page of Swords. Page of Swords, Page of Swords. On the positive side of things, with the Page of Swords, of course, he's still not over you. Of course, he's still holding on to you. He's still holding on to this connection, by the way. But he's acting this way because he's hurt and he's trying to prove to you that he does have options as well. And so by you, it's like it was an ego bruise. What you did to him really hurt him. But he's still holding on to you, but he doesn't want to make that apparent. He's acting like he doesn't care. He has options, living his best life. Little player over here. Page of Swords is saying he's actually still in love with you. He's still holding on to this connection. In clarity of the Page of Swords, you do have the Empress. He does know that there's only one person that he's willing to really settle down with and take seriously, which is you. He views you as this Empress. Okay, there is a little bit of codependency that he has with you because he feels like you provide stability for him. In clarity of the Page of Swords, you do have the Hierophant. The thing here is I feel like this reckless act that he is doing is only going to be temporary because he knows that later on he's going to end up reconciling with you. He knows it. It's like he knows that you're the one. but momentarily, because of what happened recently, he's acting out. Clarify the Chariot. Ooh, 10 of Clubs came out. Yes, I'm doing the last person on my list. The list is closed, but I will be doing more live streams in the future, so you can hit the bell notification and YouTube will let you know when I come back on live. So Chariot action card, I told you, this is just a moment of recklessness. It's temporary, because with the Chariot here, I actually see him coming back in the future. This is my action card. In Clarity of the Chariot, you have the 10 of Cups. You got the Happily Ever After card, 10 representing completion, you know, that rainbow in the back representing happiness. This is like your person. This is settling down with them, marriage, raising your children. It's such an ideal card. And that's what, like I literally just said, they know at the end of the day, they're going to have to come back and reconcile, because you are the only person who they want to be with, who they want stability with. In Clarity of the Chariot, you do have the Tower. They're going to be coming clean about something to you. They're going to be confessing something. And let's just say, I feel like whatever it is that you think he didn't do it. You're just jumping to conclusions, Karen. But yeah, with the Tower here, they're going to come towards you like, they're like, I'm going to prove her wrong. I'm going to shut her up, because she has been doing too much. She's been, you know, beating me up about something that didn't even happen. And whatever it is that they're going to be exposing and confessing to you, you're going to be like, it's going to shock you. It's going to make you feel surprised, but it's also going to make you feel kind of bad that you misconcluded. All right, Karen. Let's see. Karen, are you still in the chat? Why are you so focused on him sleeping with someone? All I said was he reunited. All I said was he reunited with an ex, and you're jumping to conclusions. I'm not sure if he slept with her. I'm not sure. But I feel like you need to give this man a chance. You ask him a question and you already block him. Like, you ask him a question, but you've already made up your mind. Like, you feel like you already have the answer. So whatever answer he gives you, you don't even pay it. You don't listen to it. Like, you know, like, if you're gonna question him, give him a chance to explain. Okay, Karen, so rewatch your reading, because I feel like you were kind of freaking out and you may have missed some of what I said. But yeah, Karen, I do hope that that gives you like a different, I guess, perception of, 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 things, between you and him. Okay, you guys, so I am absolutely exhausted. Oh my goodness. Will I be posting? What do you mean, Karen? Thank you guys so much, all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. If I did not get to do your reading, like I said earlier, I will be doing many more live readings. Just make sure that you have your notifications on for my channel. That way, when I get on live, you will be notified. Um, But yeah, I'm so exhausted. I'm gonna go to sleep. So thank you guys. I really hope that my reading helped those of you who purchased a reading. Thank you so much for your support. You guys, please be safe out there and have a good day.